Let me get the old school confetti rocking here. We actually have some music going. QOD, what are you a diva about? Tis the QOD. QOD for the day. 24 bit rate. Should be about right. Stream latency. Codec compatibility mode. No, don't need that. Should be okay. We'll see what happens. Hello. Kathy Joe sharing the live already. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Mel Bell, hello. Big Mama TS, hey. Myra, good to see you. QOD, what are you a diva about? Frankie J's mama, party's here. Kelly, good to see you. No meetings today, so you made it to the live. Hey, there's Candy Thunder. Hey, Candy Thunder. That too, come here. Come here. Pam, Kelly, thank you guys so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Pam, good to see you. Hello. You're spot on the couch, Jessica. Hey. Nice. Oh, that's what you're a diva about. Got it. Your pajamas. Mad Max on diva about everything, which is a problem. I could see that being dangersome. Vita, hello. Good to see you there. Adrian from Wales, good to see you on the stream here. Michigan in the house with Spawn there. Walter, I'm doing well. Doing really well. It's Wednesday. I'm doing really well. Carol, good to see you in here as well. Ashley, hello. Frankie J's mama sharing the live. Thank you so much. Everything diva for loaf. Loaf? For love. Athelia in Ontario, good to see you there as well. Doodles Dragon, thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Also, notice Doodles artwork here behind me. Rosie, you were just watching me and Tony on the podcast on YouTube? Heck yeah. That was a fun one. And we just posted another story from there. Such a diva about dance, Vita. You work for a company called Diva Dance. Holy cow. Driving the grocery cart therapy, Mom? Or the buggy, as the Aussies call them. Angie, good to see you there. Stephanie, good to see you as well. Subway Mama Bear, good to see you, and thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Golden Now Supply Co. If you guys saw the TikTok video, the Insta video of the wallet that I posted this morning, that is from Golden Now Supply Co. And I'm super pumped. Big Mama TS, do I always call Candy Thunder? Not all the time, but more so now. Yeah, poor babe, poor Tighter. And the music is back. Yes, I did some removing of I think the file for the that golden confetti, which was a bit too much anyway. Apparently, it was too big of a file, and it was choking OBS. Hopefully, everything stays stable throughout the live today. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What am I a diva about? Oh, nothing really. Although the team here says I'm a diva about Wednesday lives. They're shaking their head. Here's the deal. Found out like 20 minutes before today's live that Tony Spark is leaving us at 4:30 today. I'm like, excuse me? Didn't see this on the calendar. They decided to withhold the information from me until right before the live, so I didn't have time to freak out. Like, that's not better. Now I'm freaking out. It's fine. We'll be good. And cake, Big Mama TS. Yeah, you're right. I'm a diva about cake, too. Danielle, Dr. Pepper. Alina and Thunder Bay, good to see you there. Don't tempt the fates. Nothing. You haven't missed anything, Carolyn. Nothing yet. Just getting started. No, he'll be here. He won't be here for the VID. That's it. Justin Bieber and Dr. Pepper, Tegan. Is that in a positive or a negative way? A lot of people are divas about Dr. Pepper. Candy Thunder's number one is Diet Coke. What's that? The temperature of her Diet Coke. Yes, that's true. Temperature of her Diet Coke. If it's not like right at the tip of being icy, like frosty icy, it's gone. It's gone. So many of them have been lost to the sink gods because they weren't quite the right temperature. And once you pop it open, it's done. It's done. It's over. What's going on over there? Did you get tangled up? You get tangled up in your headphones? Yeah. Love you too. Look at that. You cursed me. I got tangled up on my headphone cord in the microphone. That's the first time that's ever happened. Holy cow. Ice cold Canada dry ginger ale. Ginger ale's good. That's some good stuff right there. Other people tidying and Doctor Who. Got it. No room temp Diet Coke, Amanda. Yeah. No, it's not quite. Room temp is an exaggeration. I mean, we're talking like, if it is 34 degrees, no bueno. It's got to be like 33 degrees. Right there. Rhiannon sings, you're a musician, so you're a diva about everything. Heather in Michigan, good to see you there. Anime versus new Cartoon Network. Oh. So the original discussion today was it was going to be a DC or Marvel QOD. But Miles and Caden Thunder in the office turned that into, we found out that they're divas about that. So we decided to pivot to, what are you a diva about? Need to do Diet Coke Slurpee? Yeah, so I think there's something in the Slurpee makeup that isn't quite the same for her. They have them at QT, I believe. She's just not that big of a fan. Not that big of a fan. Hey, today, we have the first goal is 3K lightning bolts, and that is to bring Tony Spark out before we lose him for the day. His dad's in town. We can't fault him too much for not hanging around here. He's got a really good reason for us. The likes goal today is 500K. You guys blew us away last week on the B-Day Bash Live, and we can't thank you enough for that. We're giving you a little bit of a rest today. 500K likes goal for today. Jessica says Marvel. They're going with it. Marvel. See, you guys can answer it. They had like 37 follow-up questions before they were willing to answer the question. We're like, no, that's not how a QOD works. It's not how it works at all. No. 500K. Easy peasy. You got this. Got this, Brenda Bell. Hey, our buddy Josh Smoots is here in the office as well. Tony Spark, love you. He really enjoyed that video. Really enjoyed it. Marvel all day, every day. 0 calorie soda, cat. Jessica, every time. Yeah, I mean, you should just keep cake set aside just for the Wednesday lives. Just for us. Marvel for movies, DC for TV shows. Kelly says, what am I not a diva about? Is that the easier question? I got it. Oh, Smoot's there with the Marv. Oh. Get it. I get it. User 5505, we missed you too. I'm glad you're here today. Flying low-budget airlines, don't shuttle me onto the runway in the rain. French fries from fast food, Summer Toms. That's what's your diva about? Yeah, you got to leave the bag open on the way home, right? Otherwise you steam them and they get all soggy. Diva about smells. Yeah, I get it. Chelsea says Marvel, but I'm having an affair with Superman. Let's hope Henry Cavill gets to keep that role. Let's hope. Hey, a quick thanks before we get officially started here. Chris, Museum Girl, Boo Boo, Margie, Pam K, Alina, Angie, Holly Jill Talk, Carol, Silver Moon Angel, Anastasia Smith, Candy Thunder, of course, Elena, Chasing Butterflies, Holly Elizabeth, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Pam K, Boo Boo, Piotr, Nerdy Aowen, Logan Collins, thank you so much for the lightning bolts. Greatly appreciate that. Delphina, Twinkle Saz, Chelsea, Mel Bell, Pam, Janine, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for jumping in right off the rip. Jen here, saw you there as well, and Nikki, Kimbo, thank you guys so much. Candy Thunder with more of them lightning bolts. They're trying to get Tony Spark up here soon. Okay, hey, coming up today we have. I can't say today. I keep forgetting. You didn't even write today in there. Normally I change it, and you even wrote it the right way, and I'm changing it in my head the wrong way.
Pretty much the perfect doc.
It is the perfect doc. I dig it. Gigs, subscribe to become a member of the Storm for the very first time. Welcome to the fam. Glad to have you here. Hey, coming up, we have stories about wedding drama, baby name shenanigans, dining and dashing, relationship drama entitled Mothers-in-Law, and you know it, cake stories. Oh, yeah. Stay tuned. Like I said, we have a goal of 3K lightning bolts up first today to get Tony Spark on the screen here. Likes goal is 500K today. You guys went bonkers last week. Absolutely bonkers. Blew us away. Broke every record there was. Yeah, that was wild. That was absolutely wild. Today's a little more chill. At least we're planning on a more chill day. If you guys want to go break records with this one, by all means, that's completely up to you. Before we dive into stories here, the podcast with Caden Thunder will be coming out very, very soon. We're going through final edits right now. It is one of the teams internally, their favorite podcast so far. So can't wait for you to see it. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel or where you like to listen to podcasts to be able to enjoy that when it does come out. And we have filmed a new Thunder and Spark podcast episode as well. That is going to be up for edit right behind the Caden one. We've actually already started on it as well. So keep an eye out for that one too. Make sure you check out the swag shop on dusty-thunder.com. We have tons of items and new designs out there, including the new DFHB swag, which is baller. Tony Spark is wearing his DFHB shirt. When we hit that goal and bring him on, you'll get to see what it looks like on there. And once again, we have this going on today. If I can find the button, there it is. Wheel of Thunder is back, and at the end of today's live, the top 10 gifters to new members of the Storm and to existing members of the Storm will go onto the Wheel of Thunder, in addition to the sticker prac. We can't be starting the words are hard thing already. In addition to the sticker pack or discount code prize, we will be giving away a signed ASCON scale poster today. So you definitely wants to make that wheel. But remember, do not feel obligated to pressured to gift. The gift goals and rewards are all for fun. It is just entertainment. We appreciate every like, share, and gift. So no matter how you interact or contribute, we do greatly appreciate it. So thank you very, very much. And let's get started here. Been binge watching the videos. You love them. Buckeye, awesome. I heard the snap and I was like, oh, what are you trying to tell me? She's getting it. Candy Thunder's over there dancing, getting into it. Hey, I had to kill the AC for sound, so you're probably going to want to remove that sweatery jacket here soon. Do you really? Gosh. They were in the studio. The studio gets really, really cold. Thunder clapped as a thing. Very, very possible. Renamure from Scotland. Hello, good to see you. Caitlin. I thought it said Caitlin is, oh my God, it is. Caitlin is ASCON1 is the username. Subscribe for the first time to become a member of the Storm. Welcome to the fam. Flippin' love the username. That's amazing. That's the first one of those that I've seen. Karen, good to see you here as well. Emma from London. Love the content. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Wait, it's Yes Ma'am Rosemary Ann's birthday today? Happy freaking birthday. That's awesome. I'm glad we caught you here. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Alicia from Vermont, love the videos too. Heck yes. Yes, Terry, today is YouTube only. Wednesdays are YouTube only. Golden Out, you're back. Lost power. I thought we've had, tech gremlins have plagued us for a long time, more so lately than not. So yeah, Buckeye. Yeah. You have a bad day. You watch some of these and realize it wasn't so bad after all. Yeah, agreed. Sam became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the fam. Glad to have you here. Sharon Day Newton, you're in England. Love the videos as well, from Kent. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Caitlin Lindbergh, love the videos. The best, sending love from Wisconsin. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. Greatly appreciate having you here. Isaac's son. Damn it, Caitlin. I thought it was Caitlin as ASCON1, and I was transposing a bit. I was experiencing a little bit of less Dixie, and it's Isaac's son. Just let me dream. Just let me dream a little bit. How are we staying cool in the studio? Well, normally we ice it out a little bit before the live because we know we have to kill the AC during the live. So we ice it out ahead of time, knowing that we have to kill it. But it still gets warm. Still warm. From Poole, England, Anastasia. Heck yes. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Blair and Casey Mo. Heck yes, neighbor. Good to see you there. More love from Illinois. Lunar Blossom. Thank you so much. CJ in Alberta. Allison in Kent. Yes. Vancouver, Jamie. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Glad to have everybody here. And the Christmas Museum Girl, of course, down the interstate in Pierce City, Mo. We got Virginia. We've got Australia there with Kez. Utah in the house with Jessica. Heck yes. Dana in Virginia as well. User 1759 in Florida. You guys are all over the place. Peachy Lee, New Mexico. Yeah. Shoot, we're almost there on gift goal. We're darn near there on the 3K lightning bolts there. Alabama, Elizabeth, Reno, Amber, Virginia, Summertimes, user 400, lots of numbers there. Arkansas, Julia, Northern Illinois, Alyssa in Calgary, Kat is in Germany, Cryptics in Texas, Pam in Montana, Mel Bell, North Carolina, Jasmine, Ottawa. Man, thank you so much for all the love, guys. You guys are everywhere. We absolutely love it. And we've already hit the first goal. Let's go ahead and give some thanks for that and bring Tony Spock over. Heck yes, Jenny Sue, Carolyn, Redneck Geek, Anastasia Smith, Pam K, Candy Thunder, Alina Cameron, Charisse Groenwald, Nikki Bernal, Sarcasm and Sage, Tamara. We've got Dylan Sprague. We've got Angie Holding, Piotr Twinkle Saz, Just Amazing, Ruby Redhead Monk Out, Kelly McMillan, it is McMillan, yes. Silver Moon Angel, Annie Butcher, Vita's Living Loca, Karen 53, Hazel Love, Chelsea Stevens, Jen here, Tammy Lee, Snowman Collector, Kenny 20, Nerdy Aowen, Nettie 73, Loera, Nakano Hiroshima. We've got Chasing Butterflies, Sharon Day Newton, Christian Museum Girl, Kimbo, Steph Riddle, Miles Griff, Holly Jill Talk, Becky Morby, Andrea Mosher, Capricorn Girl, Karen Louise, Anne Baudry Yeats, and Ranvig 037. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. I'll set up the next one and we'll bring Tony Spock up. This one, you gotta do it like Johnny Rose. It sounded kind of bad. I'm sorry. Let me find this one real quick. Found it. Okay, we have a goal of 350 donuts to unlock a cake story. That's what's up next. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Tony Spark. Oh my God, it's Tony Spark!
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
What's up? How's everybody doing? I've got my DFHB club shirt on. If you guys haven't seen these yet, they're pretty cool. I also like that they happen to be Kansas City Chiefs colors. Football season's coming up, so that's pretty exciting. Mine is. The internet's rough. Hey, everybody. VP, good question. They asked, what am I a diva about? So, where do we start? But the main thing is and Candy and I just talked about the boat. Yeah, I could see that too. The wheel. Look, Miles is pointing out the wheel of thunder. Okay, listen.
Is this what Tony is a diva about or Ted? What? Maybe we need to answer those separately.
Well, we have separate ones, but the Tony one that Jesse came up with is about the ordering lunch, like ordering food, deciding on a restaurant, and deciding food.
Just period.
And I don't know what happened to me to where all of a sudden I have this like anxiety when it comes to ordering food because I can be picky and then I don't know what to order. And then I can't decide. And I've gotten a little bit better about it because it used to be just like, I'm not going to order anything. Like, I don't want anything. Because I don't know. I can't decide. Also, no. Jesse's
period.
diva moment.
Just food, period.
But Jesse's diva moment is the time of her food.
That's true.
At 9:30 in the morning, she'll be like, I'm ready for lunch. I'm hungry. I'm like, it's 9:30. We can't order. She's like, well, let's order as soon as they open at 10:30. Like, no, not happening. But anyway, because like we had a meeting with some clients scheduled and it was to a brunch place here in town. And for like a week from the time they made the meeting, I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go because I don't like stuff from there. Like, because I'm picky and they have good food. Like everybody likes their food. It's just not for me. And I was literally having anxiety about it and not knowing what to order. And then luckily, or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, it had to get rescheduled, and I will not be here for when that happened. So conveniently, the meeting got rescheduled to when I won't be here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Ted, though, is a diva about Ted doesn't usually want the party to stop.
Mm.
And Ted's friends usually do want to stop the party at some point. And Ted gets a little upset about that.
So we had a conversation about this a little while ago. The conversation came up like, have you ever watched yourself cry in the mirror? Because the assumption was on my part, I was like, I think this is a girl thing. Like, I think this is something that, because Navy Thunder has like started doing it, and I was like, either it's like a kid and or a girl thing. So I asked the guys around the office, I'm like, have you ever done this? And Caden Thunder was the first one to be like, yes, I have. Now I'm leaving.
No, I'm going to school, and put his sunglasses on and walked out the door. It was great.
But we did find out that Ted, not like a crying session where he just watches himself cry, but Ted will have some conversations with himself in the bathroom mirror
under the influence.
Under the influence, and be like, pull it together, Ted.
Yeah, sometimes
pull
Ted.
It together.
Sometimes Ted has to give himself a pep talk to get through the rest of the night. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Not a girl thing, Amanda? Yeah.
If you go to my TikTok and you watch the very first video I ever posted, that gives you a glimpse of who Ted is.
Yeah.
Standing on the boat, drinking something, doing something dumb.
Ted.
That'd be Ted. Yeah.
Hey, Lydia, good to see you. Oh, yeah. We haven't even jumped into the first story yet.
Which is probably time for.
Yep. Okay, we will dive into that. So, Diva Tony, thank you so much for jumping up today. Love to see the DFHB swag there, too. And, my Diva thing is Wednesday Lives, apparently. All right. Let's dive into our first story. We're going to hit that donut goal. I see it almost hit there. So we'll dive into our first story and get rocking and rolling here. The first story of the day is this. I guess I better do an intro for it. Hey, it's Dusty Thunder with another AITA story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for telling my best friend I won't go to her wedding? Throwaway account. My female 24 best friend, female 22, is getting married in just under 3 weeks. I was supposed to be a bridesmaid, and I've been excited for the wedding since before the engagement. I knew her partner was going to propose. I've helped with making decisions on the wedding, helped with the Hindu bachelor party, and bought my bridesmaid's dress and booked my hotel. I love them as a couple, and they're both my bestest friends. I've been with my boyfriend, male 24, for 2.5 years and have known him and his family for 10 years. When we first became a couple, he told me his dad has terminal lung cancer. 3 months ago, we found out that the cancer has spread to his brain and he was given 3 months to live. Over that time, his health started to decline slowly and then suddenly over the last month. Due to all of this, we had to miss the Hindu as we would have to be away for a few days. But we didn't want to leave my partner's dad. My best friend and I live 2 hours apart and we don't drive. Trains are expensive and take even longer than driving, so a last-minute rush from the Hindu to his dad would be near impossible if anything was to happen. We are now at the end of his dad's prognosis and he is currently in the last stages of death. A few days ago, my best friend demanded an answer on if we would be at the wedding or not. Up until then, we believed we would have been able to attend, but now we're not sure what will happen. As she demanded an answer since she didn't want us to cancel at the last minute, we decided to decline attending as we didn't want to leave it to the day before. Nice, you guys met that goal. Here, I'll get through reading the story first. We'll get through that and then we'll give feedback. Despite us being heartbroken, we won't be there. A few weeks ago, my best friend said to make my boyfriend's dad the priority. A few weeks ago, my best friend said to make my best... Words are hard. Sorry. A few weeks ago, my best friend said to make my boyfriend's dad the priority over the wedding day. She clearly changed her mind, as in response to my message explaining our choice, she only screenshotted it and then instantly kicked me from the bridesmaid group chat. Then she ignored me for the following few days. When she finally responded, she said that she understood why my partner wasn't attending, but didn't understand why I wasn't. And she was devastated and angry over the choice. I explained that I refused to leave my partner alone during one of the hardest things he'll experience, plus his dad also means a lot to me, as I went no contact with my dad 2 years ago. Since then, my boyfriend's dad has basically stepped up and been a father figure to me, so I want to be there for him too. I'm also disabled and haven't traveled alone over overnight since 2019. She's still really upset and angry and is ignoring me once again. She said that a few people in her life were on her side, yet people in my life understand my point of view and are upset and shocked with her. So I'm confused. Am I the asshole? Edit, just to answer some things, I'm disabled and in a wheelchair/scooter, so I do not have the help or extra arms to bring my things and transport myself alone. She had said that if this was reversed, she would attend the wedding. I told her I could have tried and gone just on the day, but she really needed an answer there and then. I would have found a way to do it, but she wanted a set response. Okay, there's that story. And a lot of NTA showing up here. Let's go ahead and get through our goal thanks real quick, and then we'll dive back to feedback for that story. You guys are awesome. Jenny Sue, Kay Siobhan. Is that how you say that? Siobhan? TLS Journey, Pam K, Kenny, Anastasia Smith, Candy Thunder, Justina Josfadzi, AK Mary. Thank you again for the cake, Mary. It was very, very good. Sarcasm and Sage, Alondra Sings, Angie Holding, Silver Moon Angel, Vita's Living Loca, Dylan Sprague, Nakano Kirishima, Ruby Redhead, Piotr 777, Karen Summit. Yeah, well, let me see the whole name. Kez. We'll go with Kez. Becky Morby, Annette Madron, Sharon Day Newton, Alina Cameron, Christopher Museum Girl, Yes Ma'am, Rosemary M, Chelsea Stevens, T-Half90, Hazel Love, Julie Jules, Miles Griff, Cynthia, Kelly McMillan, Diana, Nerdy A1N, Mrs. Meeseeks 420. Thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate that. We'll get the next one set up here as well. And you guys unlocked a cake story. Heck yes. We'll get through feedback on the one we just finished, and then we'll get to a cake story. Okay, the next one is... I see. Okay, we've got 1K Tiny Diny set up for the next goal, and that is to unlock a Candy Thunder experience. Appearance is what I meant to say. Experience is just what came out. What? You're so experience. Yes. I'm gonna channel your energy and like come you. I had to sit at her desk a little while earlier today because we had some files uploading and Caden Thunder needed to use my computer to edit a video. So I told Tony Spark that the role of Candy Thunder today would be played by Dusty Thunder. So I was at her desk being her for a little while today. Okay, back to our story here. The consensus from chat was NTA, and I think feedback NTA. Where's the cake? It'll be here. Where's the cake? Yeah, this is definitely an NTA thing, and I think your friend is full of shit. Your friend says if the roles were reversed, she would come to the wedding. That probably speaks more to her relationship with her husband, or soon-to-be husband, than it does to your friendship, because you are correct here, OP. This is going to be one of the hardest days your spouse has ever been through. And it's hard for you too, because you are close with his dad as well. And that's where the first priority and the allegiance needs to be. And if your friend can't understand that, it makes your friend kind of a shitty friend. And again, we see all of these wedding stories and we know what happens. Weddings bring out the worst in people, apparently. It's like weddings, like winning a windfall of money. What else brings out the worst in people? It is terrible, the things that it makes people capable of. Weddings. It's supposed to be the celebration of love and joy, and it ends up becoming something just much worse. So NTA here for sure. And the initial question was, am I the astronaut for telling my best friend I won't go to her wedding? No, not the asshole at all. Number one, she forced you to give her a decision or an answer right effing then. When you have variables, like you don't know the future. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to be an okay time. And the only way you could have made it is if you waited until the day of. Well, she wanted an answer now. Okay. The only answer we're capable of giving is that we can't go, because that's the only safe answer. If we say that we can and end up not being able to go, you're going to get pissed off at that. So either way, your friend was going to get pissed. You just had to choose which way you were going to piss her off. And the fact that she's even putting this pressure on you to make a decision while all of this is going on is hot garbage. Not cool. Your friend's an asshole. And maybe it's just because it's the wedding and weddings do that to people. But I would pay attention to this friendship going forward. And if this is something that she continues to bring up or is like this with other things, she's not a very good friend. It's best friend, too. That sucks. Of course she wants you there. You're her best friend, but she can't be shitty about it. She's got to be understanding. NTA. Okay. Carolyn says that's not a best friend. Someone important passing her at the end is more important to me. Agreed. And your best friend should understand, right? It should empathize with that. But I also understand why she wants her best friend at the wedding. But it's like she put herself over her friend. Her needs and wants over her friend. The bride to be did that. She put her needs and wants over her friend's needs, and that sucks. That's not a best friend. That's a selfish friend. That is ironic, Alina. Weddings end so many relationships. Smoot says, send her a turd for a wedding gift. There you go. Okay. Our first reward cake story for today is... Oh, yeah, you guys are over halfway on the Tiny Tiny goal here as well. And Candy Thunder's ready. She's ready. Yes, she's ready. She's ready for the Candy Thunder experience here. Okay. Our first cake reward story is a follower submission, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Choking on a Piece of Cake? For the past few weeks, I, female 32, have been helping some of my friends plan a party for my friend, female 30. We'll call her Marty. Marty and I are super good friends, and we've been really close for the past several years after I started a new job and met her there. We've never really fought much, and we're always super supportive of each other. Marty was 29, and this was her 30th birthday. Me and the girls ordered a super nice and expensive cake from this local bakery that makes the most divine cakes you can imagine. And we all know it was a personal favorite of Marty's. So she was aware of the party and knew we were getting her a cake, but not that it was from this place. It's a real treat, and you have to put an order in several weeks in advance. Well, anyways, a couple of nights ago, we had the party. It was a great turnout, and Marty seemed super happy. The big 3-0 is an exciting milestone in her life, and we wanted to show how much we cared about her. But here's the thing. The whole party had caused some anxiety for me. I don't know why, but it did, and my stomach had been doing knots the whole day. Even though things were going mostly flawless. It came time to sing happy birthday to Marty. She was definitely eyeing the cake like it was the only piece of food on the planet, and I don't blame her. We all were. It looked amazing. 2 layers of cake with red velvet on the inside, chocolate frosting on the outside, and a cool, crunchy chocolate coating around the edges. Typing it out doesn't do it justice. This cake was to die for. I was just starting to cut pieces of cake for the guest and the birthday girl and started handing them out. Marty got the first piece and said it was amazing. After around the 3rd slice, I had sat a slice to the side so I could try it as well. I put a bite in my mouth, and while still cutting cake, I can't tell you why, but it went down the wrong pipe and I started coughing. Nobody really noticed at first, but a couple of the girls started looking when coughing turned to choking. And remember how I said I had an upset stomach that day? Well, after a few more seconds of me choking and not one person coming to help or aid me, I coughed up the cake and the rest of the day's worth of food all over Marty's cake. Yes. Yes, we were all salivating hearing about the cake, and now... the Tony Spark. I was hysterical, crying, and apologizing. A couple of the girls helped me up and brought over some paper towels, but Marty went feral. She was yelling at me about how I have been the center of... She was yelling at me about how I have to be the center of attention, how she wanted one night to be about her, and how I ruined this stupid damn cake I hadn't even prepared right, whatever she meant by that. So I left and went home, and I haven't spoken to Marty at all. I'm embarrassed and a little heartbroken. While I feel bad and I know I ruined her cake, I don't think what she said was justified, and quite a few of our friends are actually ignoring me now. Am I the astronaut for this? By the way, follower submission. OP, if you're in chat, please let us know. Wow. Wowza. We're at 740 of 1K with the Tiny Dinies to bring Candy Thunder out. Just as a reminder, you can't... You don't really have a whole lot of control over things whenever something goes down the wrong pipe. And worse, when you start actually choking, do you have a lot of control there? I don't think you have control to like make informed decisions at that time and really think about what's happening. Also, the fact that no one came over to like check on you and help until after you had like vomited up on the cake. And I'm saying vomited because if you coughed up the day's worth of food, that sounds like puking to me. The fact that only a couple people came over after that happened and no one was like, hey, are you okay? Let's have you sit down, which would have removed you from the proximity of the cake in vomiting distance, right? If people had actually given a shit to help you out, they probably would have removed you from the proximity and the threat. It is a protect the cake moment, and they all screwed up. Not you. You didn't have control in that time. This is an NTA for me. I got to get back to it here. This is officially an NTA for me because you were freaking choking. You didn't have a lot of options at that point, and I don't think you knew that the choking was going to turn to a vomit. I don't think you could know that. Could you think you could? Candy Thunder says, I don't think she was coughing on the cake. I think she was coughing, probably turned away coughing, but then the cough turned into the and food.
I feel like that first initial,
Again, we got to run mics over here so people can actually hear you because no one can hear you right now.
and they heard my
They can hear that, but that's a sound effect. It's not words.
Hey, chat, comment if you can hear us.
And you speaking loudly versus Candy Thunder's normal quiet speak isn't really an accurate test there. I do need to run mics over, though. We know this. I just got to get the switch figured out. Wolfie says, you're faint. You're faint. You're faint a little bit. A little bit. Maybe if I just go ahead and activate this one and shove it way over there. Maybe that would work. So what they're saying, basically, the basic theme of what they're saying is that when you start coughing, you decide direction, basically. You decide the direction that you're going to be coughing. And if she puked on the cake, that means that she was coughing in the direction of the cake. Is that the general gist of what you're saying? Oh, that's unfortunate. You weren't either. Okay. Is that the general gist? Yeah. That's the general gist of what they're saying. She chose direction right off the bat. So, yes, we have ghosts in here, Carol. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing ghosts. This is an NTA for me because I think when you're going through something like that, like surviving is probably the one thing on your mind, not much else. It could have been avoided if people had given a shit and actually helped her out, like sat her down, got her some water. But that's not what happened. They waited until it was done, basically. And then they're like, oh, shit, let us help you. And then your friend getting pissed off about this is a big question mark for me because she has to know that you didn't have control over it. Yeah, it obviously ruined a really nice cake, but she had already gotten her piece of the cake. So it sounds like everybody had already gotten a piece of the cake, or almost everybody at least. So you didn't ruin it for everybody. Point bump for ruining a cake. Ask on 4. Smoot says ask on 4. I'm sticking with NTA. You guys make your own decision here. Hey, we hit the goal. Let's bring up Candy Thunder after I give some thanks here. Kay, Jenny Sue, TLS Journey, Sarcasm and Sage, Cynthia, Pam K, Cherries, Charisse Groenwald, Charisse, Candy Thunder, Tamara, Justina Josfadzi, Dylan Sprague, Tony Spark, Kenny, Mungal, Julie Jules, Golden House Supply Co., Sammy Baby, Jill's Realm, Kez, Fane86, Stephanie Woodard, Elise Newman, Tardism, Mandarin, Piotr, it's Elizabeth, Chelsea Stevens, Becky Morby, C Sizzle, Silver Moon Angel, Nakano Kirishima, Ruby Redhead, Odraru. I hope I'm saying that one right. Sorry. Tough one. Yes, ma'am. Rosemary Ann, Jen here, Annette Madron, T Half 90, Sharon Day Newton, Hazel Love, L McKenzie. We got Kimbo, Diana 5520, Nerdy AON, Sad Girl Autumn, Kate Chibi, Angela Robertson. You guys are awesome. Let me get the next one set up real quick, and then we'll get Candy Thunder up here. Are you going to talk about your biggest diva moment? You got it ready? Oh, she brought her Diet Coke over. That's awesome.
Okay, here we go. Did I pass it already? Oh, look at that. It was pre-selected. It's like it knew, Tony Spark. It's like it knew what we were going to choose. All right, we've got 75 of the confettis to unlock a confetti cannon here. Caden Thunder just walked into the house here. Welcome back, Caden Thunder. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Candy Thunder. Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder. Step right up to the plate here, madam.
It's so when he does that, it's like you don't want to step up to the plate. It makes me want to run the opposite direction whenever you do that.
Candy Thunder.
Okay, so my QOD diva moment is this. I have to show it to you guys because it has the can, but then also has a freezer, like it's frozen solid, so it sits under the can, and it stays cold. And this man bought it for me for my birthday last year.
You have a few of them now.
Yeah, I have two because I lose them. But the Diet Coke has to be almost to the point that it's frozen, but not frozen.
33 degrees.
If it's frozen, I won't drink it. It doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste good.
Who is this from? What this?
Oh, it's Brewmate. It's
Brewmate.
a Brewmate
Yeah.
thing.
It's like a Brewmate 3-in-1 dude. So
Ted uses his Brewmates at the lake.
I actually have some of these too, but here's the cool part. And can I demonstrate here real quick?
Just be careful.
Don't
Don't change the temperature of
F
the
up.
Diet Coke.
Here, well, let's do this then. Here.
Yes, Jamie.
Here we go.
So close to
So
frozen.
that's the freezer pack. The can actually like sits on it right there, so it can still be cooling. But here, I have like a camo version of this as well. And although I can't fit the freezer pack thing in there, it actually does screw on and fit like the bigger energy drink cans too. So it is really stinking cool. That's a good Brewmate find.
We don't have a code or anything.
No,
we're
we
just,
just
very
like 'em.
excited about our can koozies.
Not a partner, not a sponsor. We just really like them.
So I'm a huge diva about if I'm gonna drink a Diet Coke and like which version I'm gonna have, a fountain drink or
Yes. Yeah, and it also varies with like what's going on, because sometimes COVID changed things, but also sometimes you'll go through waves where like fountain drinks just don't taste as good, and you'll want bottles instead of cans. Like you really got to keep up on what's going on there. Golden Now says their coolers are really freaking cool too. I bet they are.
They have. I got my dad one too for like the 12 ounce, like not the 12 ounce, the little cans, whatever, the tall skinny.
He's
cans.
a Red Bull guy.
Yeah. Jessica, you can find them on Amazon. And Cooper, I'll see if we can get Tony and I as one of the goals. We'll see.
You gotta do it before he abandons us.
I see. Yeah, I have to leave. That's why I was gifting to my own goal, because I have to go pick up Ava from school. So
Mama Cat, it is a Brewmate. Is it called the 3-in-1?
I think so.
Something like that.
We
Brewmate
could
3-in-1.
add it to our Amazon thing just so you guys could find it. But highly, like seriously, it'll stay cold for hours. It's really nice.
What about sound?
I'm just a diva in general. I'm high maintenance. But you know what? This man, he
What about
Would you stop?
what about your blanket? The blanket they know about already. You guys have seen it because we did it on. Was it a story? Oh, it was on the. It was a video on the in the VIP group on Facebook. Yeah.
Yes.
They actually got to see the blanket. Sound is a thing though. Like there are lots of things that just repetitive noises or like white noise. Not a fan.
No.
And I'm quite the opposite. Like I need music. I need noise. I need silence. Really starts bugging me, and she loves silence. So we've got to we have to balance sometimes.
There you go. I'm not a diva. I'm just a perfect human in every situation. Yes. 100%. Ooh, the rattling. Yes, Golden Owl. 100%. Like in the car, if something is making a noise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's no bueno.
Or if there's like a little bit of air coming in the window. Like our old Highlander had like in the back window. Ugh, bothered
Had
me
a
so
seal
much.
that just
Wasn't
either
right.
caught too much air or something.
Yep.
It was wild. I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm not gonna doubt it a bit.
He's got something going on.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
what do you mean? Squirrel. No. Yeah, those are really cool. There was something else I was gonna say. I can't remember. Yes, I do have ADHD.
piece of candy.
Candy
right.
Thunder, thank you so much.
I'm gonna go pick up Ava from school. Bye, guys. I'll be back in
We'll
like
see you
30
back in a
minutes.
bit. Okay, maybe we can time the Candy Tony story goal to happen like right when you get back before Tony's gone. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, styrofoam. Yeah, the styrofoam noise is really weird. It's not great. It's like nails on the chalkboard. Ah, Samantha, you think always needing sound or music is an ADHD mind focus thing? Interesting. I don't doubt it at all. Yeah, it like helps keep part of my brain busy so the other part of my brain can focus. I'm also an atypical creative, in that I'm not the majority right brain or the majority left brain. I'm a pretty even 50-50 split. So it's like I'm a structured creative, which is kind of weird. And I think that contributes into it too. We did hear about something recently that has to do with caffeine and ADHD, right? That's like, I don't know if it's ADHD specific, but you know, there are some kids or some people that like Benadryl and things that typically make people sleepy, it amps them up. A couple of our kids are this way, end up being more likely to be ADHD, but apparently it's the reverse kind of thing. So caffeine actually helps them focus. Was that right? Was that the... Okay, so yeah, caffeine actually helps focus things where it amps a normal human. It's a reverse kind of thing for ADHD kids. So it actually helps them tone down and their mind kind of shut things off and focus on just a couple things. Yeah. And I'm like, maybe that's why I thrive so much with caffeine. Like I have an unhealthy amount of caffeine every day. I understand that. But also the camera makes this weird clicky thing. Like it actually shutter resets now that we upgraded the EOS Webcam Utility Pro software. And I'm sorry. So every once in a while you will get a little lag in there, but that's because of it. Doodles Dragon, you literally fall asleep when you drink coffee, but with a racing heart. Doodles. I feel like, you know, the caffeine helps me just basically keep going and stay alive. And the instant that I stop drinking caffeine, I could fall asleep right then. Just, yeah. Okay, we are at 22 of 75 on the confetti, which will bring out a confetti cannon, which I'm sure that Tony Spark is ready to fire right at my face. So we'll go ahead and dive to the next story here, which is story 2, right? Okay, cool. He's got me ready here. Our next story for the day, ladies and gentlemen, is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Leaving My Wife at a Party and Going Away Solo When She Was Making Me Late? My 28 wife, 27, graduated medical school in 2021. They had a graduation party since everyone was vaccinated, but it was pretty small due to a recent outbreak there. You could only bring one guest and you had to socially distance again. Her medical school decided to invite the pandemic graduates to this year's graduation event. They planned this all out pretty last minute, only giving 3 weeks notice that it was happening. But my wife was very excited about it. She gets paid crumbs and works long hours as a resident, so I get why she was wanting to relax and have fun. The issue is that I had a huge work trip the next day that had been planned for months. I don't travel a lot for work, so they went all out to make this comfortable, and I had a lot riding on it. If I didn't do well, I would probably be fired, but if I did well, there were 2 open positions I could be promoted to. My wife wanted to come with me, so my company comped her flight, and we were going to make a vacation out of it after my presentations. We were flying out the night of the party to ensure I made it on time for the meetings the next day. I told my wife we shouldn't go to the redo event since we had to fly out and it would be very tight. She insisted we go, since the party started at 3 p.m. and our flight left at 9 p.m., but the gala was 1.5 hours away from the airport. We had made a plan to leave at 5:30 p.m., pack everything in our car beforehand so we could go straight to the airport. But by 5:30, she just started saying goodbye. I told her we needed to leave ASAP, but she said no. We don't have to be 2 hours early for our flight, etc. Around 6 p.m., this guy from med school, who had a crush and asked her out multiple times, grabbed her hand and pulled her to another table. I went up to them and told him he needed to back off. He said I needed to treat her better and let her enjoy herself. I looked at my wife, but she ignored me. Okay. At that point, I decided I wasn't going to try and convince her to stick to her word anymore. I told her I was leaving for the airport and took our car. There was a ton of traffic and security was a mess, so I only had a few minutes to spare before getting on the plane. She texted me horrible things. I never responded or engaged, but she kept texting me about how I was horrible and don't understand what it's like to have COVID ruin a huge moment for you. I disagree. She still had a graduation party. It's not my fault she didn't get to dance. I don't see what the huge deal was, and conversely think she didn't understand that this would cost me my job if I missed the flight. And since I make around 70% of our income in an HCOL area, we would essentially be homeless. Oh, it's high cost of living. I had to read HCOL on a different day, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Somebody tell me. High cost of living area. We would essentially be homeless. We've been on tense terms since this happened in June. She brings it up a lot and is recommending therapy so I can learn how to behave in a marriage. But I don't think we need it since she's the one who caused this whole problem in the first place and should take accountability for that first. But am I way off here? Am I the astronaut? Okay, yeah, you need it. The question was, am I the astronaut for leaving my wife at a party and going away solo when she was making me late? There are lots of problems here. Lots and lots and lots of problems here. Yes, you do need therapy. If she is saying you guys need to go to therapy because you need to learn how to behave in a marriage, and you're saying we don't need to go to therapy because this is your fault, you're both wrong. You both need to go to therapy, but for different reasons. You guys have to find out how to communicate. How long have you been married? Your wife graduated medical school in 2021. We don't talk about how long they've been married, right? It can't be long, because this is one of those things that you encounter for the first time in a marriage, and you have to learn how to communicate through. You don't just go into a marriage immediately knowing how to communicate. You don't go into this being good at fighting. You don't go in good at conflict resolution. It doesn't work like that for anybody that I know of. I guess it's possible, but you have to walk through that fire to learn how to communicate and to get better at it. Right now, you guys are still fighting about it. You're on opposite ends. When was this post from? Do we know? So it was in June. The party was in June. They said they're still not on good terms. I don't know how long it's been since then. I think it's an everyone sucks here. ESH. It's everybody. You're both wrong. Yes, what she did was wrong. Yes, what you did was wrong. The bigger issue is that you guys don't know how to communicate to fix anything. You guys don't know how to communicate to get on the same page. And that's the thing that needs addressed in therapy. You can do it without going to therapy. Candy Thunder and I did. But you have to walk through a lot of fire to get there. You have to go through a lot of conflict to get there, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So it's possible. I do think going to therapy would be a good thing for both of you, because you both have to go. You both have to want to learn how to communicate to make this better. And if you both want to make this better, that's a good enough start. If you're both willing to go, that's a good enough start. Right now, OP, you're like, I don't think we have to go because it's her fault. That, to everybody besides you, looks like you don't want to make it better. If you do, go and learn how to fight, learn how to communicate, and you guys will run into other issues later on, but you'll know how to deal with it better. And it gives you an opportunity to have an outsider's opinion on that too. And I seriously doubt that that your therapist, although we've had some stories lately with some questionable therapists, I doubt that your therapist is going to be like, yes, you were right and she was wrong. Seriously doubt that's going to happen. You guys both did things wrong. The biggest thing was not communicating the way that you should. Mrs. Flight in his job. No. I'm not saying that leaving, that he didn't have to leave. I'm not saying that he didn't have to make his flight. I'm saying that choosing right then to just walk away and not communicate is the problem. Yes, he went over and said, hey, we got to go now. This guy who she was letting flirt with her, who flirted with her before, that's another problem that needs to be addressed here too. But OP needed to communicate through here and be like, hey, 30 seconds. And then if you want to stay, you can stay. But then communicate this like, look, here's what's going to happen if I miss this flight. And here's what's going to happen if we don't leave right now.
If you choose to stay, that's on you, but you're going to have to find a ride back. You aren't going to be able to go with me. I cannot miss this flight because I'm going to lose my job. Like, those things needed to be communicated right there. She was obviously acting out. Yes. She was, the whole we don't have to leave yet is a problem. Yes. Everybody could have done something different. Everybody could have done something better. They're both at least ASCON 3s here. Rhodes, how much of his pushing to leave was because the dude was flirting with his wife? It doesn't sound like any of it, but I'm sure that's salt in the wound here. It doesn't help. They're both at least 3s. They should have done it differently. I do think that her allowing this guy to pull her aside and then not even engaging with her husband when he said, hey, Broseph, you need to back off, and hey, we need to leave. Her just ignoring him makes her at least a 2. And then him actually leaving and just ignoring her after that fact, does that make him a 2, or is he still at a 3? I don't know. The point is that they're both assholes in this situation. It's because they haven't learned how to communicate. And if you want to make it better, you can, but you have to want to make it better. We are at 44.75 on the confetti so that Tony Spark can fire confetti at me here. Wife might have been 2, and hubby might have been 3 here. I'm not saying that she wasn't the bigger asshole, but they're both wrong. And more importantly to me, their entire marriage is at stake here if they don't figure out how to communicate. That's it. That's it right there. ESH is everyone sucks here. Katie in England, good to see you. Yeah, the classmate. Yeah, super red flag for the classmate. Hey, buddy, you need to treat her better and let her enjoy herself. Obviously, he didn't know anything that was going on, but he knew she was married and still grabbed her by the hand and pulled her over to a separate, isolated table. So, yeah, huge brozo there. Stay but sit with another guy, AC. Oh, yeah, she screwed up there in ignoring her husband. She definitely screwed up there. That's what climbs her up to 2. You can submit a story, Shalina. You can submit a story at dusty-thunder.com. You can also submit a story on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. Luana Von Salken, good to see you. Hello. Jasmine, is it possible there's something with wife classmate? Possibly. Possibly. But, I mean, look, at the very end, I think he tips his hand and says, I don't think we need to go to marriage because it was her fault. I don't think that makes sense. Like, you should want to go, if for no other reason, even if you think it's actually her fault, you should want to go to reveal to her that an outsider's opinion actually agrees with you. And at minimum, for me, you should want to go to fix things. You want to fix your marriage, right? Letting your pride get in the way of your marriage surviving is a problem. April, we have been, I know we didn't do it today either, Tony. We have been messaging OPs ahead of time to let them know. But we're typically like 2 weeks out ish from doing the live to starting to post them. So 2 weeks or a week and a half, something like that. You didn't get notifications. So TikTok specifically and notifications for lives are a bit of a hot button. It's always a pain point. We are working on something that we're just waiting to go through the final verification steps and testing steps to do. But we created a form on our website where you can actually go sign up for SMS notifications that will fire like 5 minutes before I go live. So we're getting through the final test of that right now. It will be available soon, and as soon as it is, we will let you know where to go to sign up for it. But we don't trust any of the platform's notifications, so we're doing our own, and that's the way we'd like to do it. Yeah, Mandy Allison, it happens a lot, and TikTok says it's because local or federal governments regulate how many notifications they can send you in a day. And if you're subscribed to notifications from other creators, that means you get throttled overall. So some you will and some you won't get. But it's all over the place. Okay, so let's dive over. We're at 50 of 75 on the confetti right now. We'll dive into our next story here shortly. We are at what? 59% of the likes goal for today. Look at you go. Look at you. We still have a goal of 550 on members of the storm. We're at 501 right now. I need to do a little scroll through here. Renee with us for month 2. Heck yes, love that. Love it, love it. Make sure I didn't miss anybody here. Okay. Okay. Pam K sent us that 3D printed astronaut. Actually says Ascon on his little dude. And he's got like a sparkly visor. It's very cool. Also sent us some Belgian chocolate, which I have eaten the majority of. I'm not ashamed to say. And it's really damn good. We put it in the fridge and like that chocolate cold. So good. So good and tasty. I hope you've seen that video. And also, of course, we have our partnership with trytreats.com. We've done we've done one video that you guys have actually seen. That was India snacks. It was very, very good. You can visit the link on our link tree and save 15% on your first box if you're interested in doing something like that. If you have a teacher you want to give a gift to, brilliant idea. If you want to educate your kids on other countries, it's a different country every month, and they include a bunch of educational facts in it too. Very, very, very cool. Big fan. And again, of course, today we have this going on. Wheel of Thunder will get the top 10 gifters from today. Also to new members of the Storm, to existing members of the Storm on the wheel. We'll spin it in the VIP live. And we're doing the sticker packs today, but we're also doing another signed poster. We ordered several posters in so that we can do one of those signed like every week, maybe. Or maybe we'll save some for special events. I don't know, but we're doing one today. If you want a signed poster, you need to end up on that wheel. Okay, let's dive into the next one here. What's the next story? And am I reading it? Yes. This next story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Calling My Wife Insecure and Selfish on Our Wedding Day? Oh, that doesn't seem wise to me, sir. Ellen, yeah. We need to have like Ellen Sergeant Mac, Ellen Sergeant Mac, Ellen Sergeant Mac. Stack that wheel. Okay. I, 28 male, and my wife, 26 female, got married last Wednesday, and the ceremony was amazing. My wife was very strict on the fact that no guest is allowed to wear white, which is understandable. You guys already got there. Holy cow. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and read this, and we'll start reading that story over. Hunter Girl, K, Siobhan, Gabby, Valencia, Mexican Mama, TLS Journey, Mama Jams, Pam K, Tony Spark, Piotr, Dylan Sprague, Overkill Mill, Charisse Groenwald, Anastasia Smith, Henrietta Ilsine, Alina Cameron, Ruby Redhead, Mabel Love, Kaboom, Julie Jules, Jill's Realm, Chelsea Stevens, Pirates Kiki, Jenny Sue, Kimbo, Silver Moon Angel, Annette Madron, T-Hef90, Justina Josephazi, and Olivia and Sons. Thank you all so much for the support today. It is a hell of a lot of fun. Tony really enjoys confetti cannons. He really likes to set them off. Okay. Oh, I know what the next one. How did it know? And then I clicked. I screwed it up. Hold on. I gotta get the next one. There it is. It was already on the next one too, Tony. It's like you trained it. I'm amazed. Okay, we're gonna unlock Caden Thunder and a cake story coming up here with 50 of the B-Day cakes. I need an air gun over here just to like psh, 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 get them all off. And that was just one round of confetti too. It's so menacing. It's on my mouse. It's on everything. I think one of the first times we did confetti, that was when I inhaled it. You remember that, Tony? I inhaled confetti and like had a whistle when I breathed. It was wild. Okay, I'm going to start reading this over. I, 28 male, and my wife, 26 female, got married last Wednesday, and the ceremony was amazing. My wife was very strict on the fact that no guest is allowed to wear white, which is understandable because for females, that's considered rude or bad luck at weddings, I think. The reception was going well, too, until I noticed my wife walking over to the bathroom with her face held in her hands. Obviously, I could tell my wife was upset, as we've been together for 3 years now, and I can tell when she's upset. I rushed across the room, telling guests 1 minute as I hurried by them.
Once I got to the bathroom, I knocked on the door and informed my wife that it was me at the door. After a few minutes, I heard the door unlock and open. When I got in, I saw my wife sitting on the floor with mascara running down her cheeks. I asked what was wrong, and she told me that one of our nephews was wearing white jeans and had a white bow tie. I immediately thought to myself how she was completely overreacting because he's a 6-year-old child and had no idea that you can't wear white to a wedding. I told her she was overreacting, but in a much nicer way, and I said that she should go enjoy the reception and forget about the whole thing. She eventually texted her sister to come to the bathroom and fix her makeup so she could go back out and have a good night. After a while, I saw her talking to my sister, the mom of our nephew, and I thought she was just making conversation. About an hour later, my sister pulled me aside and berated me for my wife's behavior. She said my wife had asked her and her son to leave unless she had a change of clothes for him. This was far from okay to me, so I asked my wife to talk and explained everything my sister told me. My wife said she was completely in the right for what she asked, and I told her that if she kicks my family out, then I will happily leave too. My wife started crying again, saying that this is her day and she doesn't want it to be ruined by our nephew. This angered me because I had enough of her ruining our day over something silly. I then said she was not only selfish, but that she was insanely insecure if she's worried about a 6-year-old looking better than her. My wife's been staying with her mother since the wedding and we haven't spoken since. Her mom reached out to me this morning and said that I need to apologize right away for being out of line. I really don't believe I'm in the wrong here, so what do you think? Am I the astronaut? We're ranked? What are we ranked? 85. Hey, we're getting there. You got to start somewhere. We're ranking. What was it? Number 6 that we got to last Wednesday? That's nuts. That's wild. Okay. So, how long ago did they get? Last Wednesday. It's been a week. It's been a weekish since they got married. And it is, am I the astronaut for calling my wife insecure and selfish on our wedding day? Okay, so at the beginning of this, I was like, yeah, that's not smart. That's not smart. But now I'm like, okay, the 6-year-old didn't decide what to wear. It was the 6-year-old's mom that decided what to wear. However, like, are you going to go out and buy a whole new outfit for a kid for his uncle's wedding? Is that reasonable? And it was white jeans. He wasn't wearing a white tuxedo. By the way, I have a picture of Caden Thunder as a wee little tot wearing a white tuxedo. I'll have to post it in VIP. It's good. You look sharp, man. Yeah. The white tuxedo that he got some kind of blue ice cream or something. What was it? A cream pop. Ring pop. Okay. Yeah. Christian Museum girl. Yeah. The red flag here, we'll go ahead and hit it, is when she said it's my day. And she's willing to kick a 6-year-old kid and his mom out because he was wearing white jeans and a bow tie. Like, that's rough. That's really rough. I don't know that in OP's shoes here, I would have been like, you know what, I'm going to fight this battle right here at the reception. But I don't know that he had a choice either because she was going to kick his sister out. What the hell do you do? But the my family is a red flag too. Danielle says, where does he, I mean, where was the my family thing? I mean, it was against his family. It was his sister. Was it him saying if she kicked his family out, then he was going to leave too? Yeah. Tiara says, okay, so she was out of line, but I have to wonder how his family treats her. Did sis do it intentionally? Yeah, all of these things are possible, right? All of them are possible, but it was flipping white jeans and a bow tie. Like, and it's a 6-year-old kid. You don't have a lot of choices. I'm sure that, it was probably something that was from Easter, whatever it was, but I don't know that I don't know that I can find this substantiated. And again, it's her day. Who gets their kid white jeans? All I can think about is it's never going to stay white. Sure. And again, maybe it was something left over from Easter from another holiday. Who knows? But it's a kid. Now, maybe OP's sister did it on purpose. We don't know that. We don't have a way to know that. So we just have to operate with the information that we have here. From my point of view here, it's a kid. Like, yes, nobody was supposed to wear white. He's wearing white jeans. Holy crap. It's not worth kicking them out for. It might have been like, hey, I would have really appreciated if you didn't do that. But that probably would have been the extent of it. Asking them to leave after the wedding. This is at the reception, remember. This is during reception, after the wedding. Asking them to leave because he's wearing white jeans is too far, in my opinion. This is too far. Now, I don't know that him fighting this battle there at the reception is the right move either. And I guess I can use my same logic against me here and say because it was after the wedding, it was during the reception, like, there was less harm in his sister actually leaving. And if she was pissed off enough, she probably left anyway. So it was more of the principle is what OP, new husband, was standing up for here and decided to fight this battle. It is unreasonable. And I guess, from his point of view here, if he's about to enter into something where the rest of his life is going to be this unreasonable, then yeah, get an annulment. Because it's not okay. And it, in my opinion, is an overreaction. But again, weddings bring out the worst in people. I don't know, man. I don't know if this one isolated thing is worth throwing your entire relationship away for. You obviously loved her enough to marry her. And if these kind of issues existed, it would have been great to get through them all before the wedding. But here you are. So at this point, you guys haven't talked to each other. Her mom, of course, wants you to reach out and apologize. Of course she does. Number one, she's always going to take her daughter's side. Number two, she wants her out of her house. Completely expected. Nothing surprising about that at all. I don't believe you're in the wrong here either for standing up the way that you stood up. But this is a complicated situation. What would you guys do? Were people assuming he was part of the wedding, Hunter Girl? I doubt it. I'm guessing that, and again, we don't know because it's not in the story, but I'm guessing that she just saw him walking by, and that was it. Just saw it. I don't think, Emily says, I don't think I could trust her judgment again after that sort of freak out. Yeah. Didn't know White applied to kids. Lois, yeah. Maybe sister didn't either. Jasmine says OP's Ascon 4, so it could have done it differently. Yeah, definitely could have done it differently. The boy was 6. Yep. Chelsea says everyone sucks here. Ellen and Pam K both agree on NTA. Not the asshole for OP. He could have done things differently. I don't know how though, and that's where it's like I would have had a hard time accepting that this was gonna be my hill to die on at my wedding reception, and then you guys haven't talked since then. That's kind of a big deal. But I also don't know what he could have done differently. It was over the top. It was past the line. All right, I'm gonna make it official on my end here. We're going NTA. Now, understandably, people have different opinions on this. So when this video is posted, leave yours and let us know. And point out your logic path to us, because it's a completely reasonable that you're going to see something that I don't see and that other people don't see. So this is why we each have unique opinions, and it's why it's so beautiful. Cat Lego says he could have been kinder, but still in TA. Sergeant Mac, I think it's the audacity of getting that upset at a 6-year-old. Yeah, and well, yes, agreed. I mean, like a kid's going to detract from your wedding. It's also after the fact. It's in the reception. It's not even the wedding anymore. But she got pissed at the sister. She was pissed about the kid, but she got pissed at the sister. But still, asking the sister and the kid to leave unless she had a change of clothes. I'm like, We're halfway there on our cake goal here. To read a cake story and get Caden Thunder up here. We're at NTA on that, and of course everybody's going to see something different here. So don't feel like you have to agree. I hope you guys have differing opinions. You're not going to agree with everything that I say, and that's all right. We are halfway there on our cake. We are at 82% on the likes goals for today. We did 500K, gave you a little bit of a rest. And where are we? 502 of 550 here. We picked up another member of the storm that I think I haven't seen. Hey, Ryan Klaus is up in the house here. Katie Thunder's brother. Glad to see you here, man. Lots of birthday cakes coming through here. I missed somebody joining the storm. I'm trying to find them up here. Cannot find it. Tony Spark, if you end up seeing who it is, will you throw me that name? I don't know. I don't see it on the list there. Okay. Sorry to be tardy to the party. Dread Zone, you're good, man. You're good. Bride sounds self-absorbed, selfish, and entitled. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely going to come out during a wedding. As a reminder, if you have a story that you want to submit to us, you can do that at dusty-thunder.com. It doesn't have to be specifically an AITA story. It can be any kind of crazy story. Also, if you have a story that you've written and you want us to use for like the stories to fall asleep to or something like that, and you want to give us permission to use it for that, you could submit that through there too. Melanin Made Designs, resubbing to stay with the storm. Glad to have you here. We're at 503 of 550. Heck yes. Lisa says, I think there's more about the bride and sister's relationship that we don't know. Probably, but still, it's a kid. It's not like the sister showed up wearing a white dress. Not sure if I said it before, but you can post, you can send us that story at dusty-thunder.com, or you can also post it to the Dusty Thunder subreddit. 32 of 50 there. We're climbing. And we're going to dive into our next story here. Are you ready? This one is, am I the astronaut for giving my friend a phony potential baby name so she'd quit asking? And I heard Tony Spark whisper over here, this is a great story.
So fun.
Is it? It's good? Okay. This is a good one.
I liked it too.
Even Caden Thunder is excited about this. Throwaway for privacy, a good college friend of mine, Roxy, married my husband's cousin, and our kids will share their last name. We're now in our late 20s. I'm 29 weeks pregnant, and Roxy just gave birth to her first, a daughter. Being friends, Roxy and I compared notes, but she also kept asking what I'd go with name-wise. I told her she'll find out when my baby comes. Once I find out I'm having a boy, no, I won't say his name. Once I found out I'm having a boy, no, I won't say his name. She got more incessant about what girl name I had picked, saying it's not like it matters now, as if I wouldn't have another kid. I got annoyed and asked my husband if I'd be wrong to just give a fake name to shut her up. He suggested, is this mierda? M-I-E-R-D-A. Mierda, which is Spanish for shit. I said that to Roxy when she asked me for the 9th time. No exaggeration, that's how many times I remember her asking. It may have been more. They went with that name. They named their kid shit. It's like Paul Rudd in Friends. He's like first name crap, last name bag. Crap bag. They went with that name, but guess what? Their OBGYN speaks Spanish and informed them exactly what that name was. My husband's cousin called me to cuss me out, saying that I'm a heartless biatch for embarrassing him and Roxy and ruining what should have been the greatest moment of joy in their lives. I didn't think of that angle and realized I wouldn't like it if someone did that to me, so am I the astronaut? Edit, wow, this blew up. For y'all asking, I wasn't trying to be petty. I just wanted Roxy to stop annoying me. I thought she'd look it up and laugh at the joke and not actually name her kid that. We're not talking right now. I'm going to wait till she reaches out, and that may be a long time. My husband told me that if they try to yell at me again, to hand him the phone, since it was his shitty idea. I appreciate the dad humor. And he'll clean up the mess. Oh, yeah. Still keep going. He didn't expect them to use it either. I can't get back to each and every one of y'all, but I appreciate the support. Glad my husband's joke made some of y'all laugh, and maybe Roxy should have taken the cue. Question is, am I the astronaut for giving my friend a phony potential baby name so she'd quit asking? And Big Mac 87, welcome to the fam. Glad to have you in the storm. Maddie says, why did Roxy steal the name in the first place? Here's my question, and again, it's one of these things that we don't know the answer to, but she wanted to know what she would have gone with if it were a girl, and OP is like, I'm not going to give her the real choice because it's not like I'm not going to have more children. Probably should have said that. I mean, like, yeah, I'm not going to reveal that because what if I have a girl someday? I'm not going to just give you my dream name, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The name was mierda, which means shit in Spanish. You shouldn't, stealing baby names is garbage. However, if this was presented in a way it's like, we're not going to use this name, feel free. But she had asked so many times, and I think Roxy, like the cue to Roxy should have been like, quit effing asking and be original and come up with your own damn name. Now, if you want to use a name, there is a process for asking permission, right? Like Navy Thunder, we know a Navy and asked first. We're like, hey, are you cool with this? And I think if she wanted to use that name, a name that you had considered or had on your list at all, it would have been good if you're besties or good college friend, to be like, cool, you mind if I use it? And then you could have been like, I wouldn't use that one because it means shit. But that's not what happened. She just ran with it. So I don't know. Kelly says, sounds like a toxic friend anyhow. Look at this. Just riddled with confetti over here. There's like 9 pieces. I saw a bunch of NTA up here. A lot of NTA. What's Google? Is that like an encyclopedia or something? Ellen? Yeah. A little bit. It's like a phone book, but online. Taking the clue. More like taking the poo. Hey, Cooper. There you go. 15 away from the goal. 13 on my end now. Yeah. 13 more cakes. Those are your cakes, Candy Thunder? Quit doing that. That doesn't help us.
We're up to number 81 in the ranks, though.
81 in the ranks? Heck yeah. Candy Thunder said, don't control my fun money. Okay. All right. That's funny. She asked so many times because she had already planned to steal it. Well, sure. But there are so many other resources out there that she can use for it. And if she asked enough times that OP knew she was going to steal it, then feeding her this, I don't know. She probably did deserve it, but I feel really bad for the kid. The kid's obviously going to have a different name now, right? Surely they didn't keep that name.
Hit the like skull.
Hey, the likes goal has been hit. Look at you guys. We're at 101% already. Nice work, everybody. Nice work for you. Justice served. That's the play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like the ugly purse story. Yeah, you're right. And I'm pretty sure we went NTA on that one. It's like if you're just exposing someone. Okay. So I like that angle here, and I think that makes a lot more sense to me. It's you're exposing someone, and that was it. And of course, people are going to get pissed when they get outed and when they get exposed because they just got exposed. We've seen that several times. So yeah, achieved our cake goal here too. Okay, so it was justice had been served. We can do some petty confetti here. We can do this. And yeah, she just got exposed for it. So we're going to go petty confetti. And we're going to do an NTA here. It is funny. It sucks that they didn't catch on until they're now at the point where they've got to go do like some actual paperwork to change her name. But they could do like a Merida, like Brave. They could do something different. That was a playoff. 66 ranked. Hey, we're climbing. We're climbing them ranks. We're climbing. Tori, K. Eddie Morris just resubbed. Thank you so much. Glad to have you in the family there. Let's get some thanks for the cakes here. We'll bring Caden Thunder up. Caden Thunder, you want to read the cake story? You game? Okay. Let me get the confetti rocking here. Hunter Girl, Sarcasm and Sage, Josh Inagami, TLS, Journey Squatched, Candy Thunder, Pam K, Elise Newman, Emily B, IVF Mama. Hey there. My fellow IVFers here. Joff Kelly, Allison's Enter, The Chubby Muffin, Dylan Sprague, Heather Reagan, Andrea Mosher, PNW, Redneck, Overkill Mill, Christy Rebecca, Ryan Klaus, El Marine, Annette Madron, Tony Spark, T-Hef, and Vidas Living Loca. Thank you guys so much. You are awesome. Greatly appreciate the love here. The next one is actually going to bring Miles out. Let me get this one set up. We'll just dance along while we're waiting for me to figure this thing out. Where are they? Surely. Did they? No, tell me they didn't get rid of this. No way. No way. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Okay, I'm going to pick a random. I'm picking a different random one. And now Tony's like, what's happening? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, we've got, a different one that I have not ever used before here. It is called Pumped Up. We've got 750 of those for the Miles appearance and confetti. So, we're now rocking on that. It's pumped up. It's a guy that's like, he's got like a burst coming behind him. He looks like he's very pumped up. So it all kind of makes sense there. Okay, let's bring Caden Thunder up and get our cake story queued up here. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the one, the only, Caden Thunder. Oh my God, it's Caden Thunder. What's up, bro?
What's up?
What's up, bro? Okay, here is our cake reward story, and it is a follower submitted one. Caden Thunder's going to read this to you, but before we do that, step on up here. What's your biggest diva thing?
I'm a diva about food.
You're chicken. You say food. Food
Chicken.
means chicken.
Yes.
I don't know that you're that big of a diva about chicken.
What
because
is
there's chicken everywhere.
Define diva. What is
Diva meaning like you have you're super strongly opinionated to an irrational kind of point about it. It's like abnormally passionate about it.
I'm a diva about movies.
Okay. Hair.
Yeah.
The fit being clean.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I am glad that they didn't name me Mierda.
Yeah.
I am glad about that.
Oh, but so. Oh, yeah. Oh, but. Ladies and gentlemen, Mierda Thunder here. Ooh. Ugh.
Shit thunder.
Isn't shit thunder a fart?
Could be. That's the scary thing about shit
It
thunder.
makes sense to me. Okay, we got the cake reward story right there. I'm going to hand these over to Caden Thunder, and we'll let him read this story. I'll jump back in and help give some feedback here.
All right.
You ready to rock and roll here?
Yeah.
Go for it, bro.
All right. Am I the astronaut for getting the wrong color of cake for my BFF's gender reveal party? Okay, Dusty, I need some advice. I'll preface this story by saying that I've not yet fessed up to my mistake, and I need your advice on if I should even tell them, and if I should, how. My very best friend and her husband are pregnant with their first child. This past weekend, I hosted their gender reveal party. They didn't want anything elaborate, just a few close friends and a family brunch and a cake, which was filled with frosting to indicate the baby's gender. At their last ultrasound, they had the ultrasound tech put the photo in an envelope so that they couldn't see it, and they brought it to me so that I could order the cake. At their last ultrasound, they had an ultrasound tech put the photo in an envelope so they couldn't see it and brought it to me so I could order the cake. They're having a girl. I called the bakery to order the cake, and I swear I ordered... Words are hard. I called the bakery to order the cake, and I swear I ordered the cake filled with pink frosting. When I picked it up, everything looked fine. Of course, the frosting was carefully hidden so that no hints were given. When it came time to cut the cake and reveal the gender, I was shocked to see that the frosting inside was blue. Uh-oh. They were elated because they were really hoping for a boy. My BFF's mom and dad were especially excited because they already have 3 granddaughters from their other children. I didn't know what to say, so I just said nothing. There were no other items to indicate the gender, so no one questioned it, and I did my best to hide my surprise and embarrassment and let the party go on. I am 99% sure that this was the bakery's mistake, but when I called them, they insisted that I ordered blue frosting. I do not want to take responsibility for this, and I am sure it is not my fault, and I know my BFF will be angry with me. I know they will have another appointment in a few weeks, and they will find out the true gender. If I throw away the ultrasound photo they gave to me, and say that it said it was a girl, then my bestie can't be mad at me. Am I the astronaut for getting the wrong color even though I'm sure it wasn't my fault? And should I tell them or let them find out at their next appointment? Uh-oh.
What do you think here?
I think that it could have probably okay, so there was obviously a mix up here whether you said the wrong thing or whether I mean it from what it sounds like it probably was the cake shop, the bakery. They may have made a mistake because I can't imagine saying boy, but I mean it could have happened. You could have said the wrong gender, but if it was the bakery's mistake, you could have just everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's a boy." And you're like, "Oh my god, no it's not." So, I mean, if you just said it in that moment, it probably would have been okay. But now that you've waited and everybody thinks it's a boy and it's not a boy,
It's worse.
it's worse.
It's worse now.
It's so much worse now.
It is worse now by not speaking up. And Shelby, I think it was, I saw that, and a lot of people have said this too. The shitty part now is that they're out there buying boy stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tell them as quickly
And
as
the
possible.
other family members are probably buying boy stuff.
Yes.
The parents that are excited about having a boy, probably posting on Facebook, "We're having a boy." They got the Facebook fans from their family are posting about it, and then they're posting about it. Everybody's networking that they're having a boy. They're not having a boy. They're having a girl.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's right. So Stacey Lee says, "Don't tell them." Okay. Well, here's the deal.
Just let them find out.
So for you Harry Potter fans, I think that this is one of those lies that if you have to carry it is going to split your soul, and you're going to carry this forever.
This is a whole crux.
Yeah. This is not the kind of thing that you want to have to carry with you for the rest of your life, knowing you did this, you made this terrible lie. At this point, it is your fault. Even if it is the bakery F up, it's your fault because you didn't speak up. You should have been like up in arms, jumping up and down and being like, no, that's not right. That's not right. It's supposed to be pink.
It's not a boy.
And then they would have been pissed at the bakery.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be pissed at you.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't your fault that the cake got messed up because you didn't fess up, and now their whole world is running the direction of having a boy. Like, if you value this friendship, you need to speak up.
Yeah. 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 And the appointment's in 3 weeks, so you have 3 weeks to decide what you want to do.
No, you don't. I don't think you do. Because
well, no, you don't, but they're going to find out in 3 weeks either way.
They're going to find out either way, but I think you have to call them like now. Like now.
Yeah.
And grovel and just tell them that you just froze because you didn't know what the hell to do, but call them now and try to grovel and just let them know that you froze and didn't know what the hell to do, and that you still don't really know what the right thing to do is, but you swear you ordered the right one. You just know that
it's like when they
not a boy.
read
That's
the
what
wrong
you know.
name at the Oscars.
Naughty, yes, this is Caden Thunder. This is my oldest child.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it's me.
What's up?
He's very deadpan. Grovel yesterday, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm Caden.
Okay, so where would you put them on the scale here? Caden Thunder.
Let's see.
So yeah, we're over here. Or you can look here. It's a little bit easier.
Mhm.
So it's definitely at least a 3. Should have done it differently. I think it's at least a 2. Definitely shouldn't have done that. I don't think you're a terrible human. What is the question here?
The question is for getting the wrong color of cake for my BFF's gender reveal.
Okay, so that's not the question that we need to be asking here.
Yeah.
The question is, would I be the asshole if I didn't tell them that the bakery sent the wrong color cake?
Okay, because before when it was just the mistake with the cake, if at that party you had been like, no, then it would have been like a 4, but like a 4, yeah, but because you didn't tell them, it's a 3 swiftly approaching a 2. So
I think you're at 2 by not telling them right then.
Yeah.
By not speaking up at the event, I think you're at a 2. At this point, the longer you let it go on, the more you pivot into 1 territory. And if you accept that you're going to carry this for the rest of your life, I think it's a 1 thing. I think it's a 1 thing, mate. This is a 2 right now. you can prevent yourself from getting to a 1 by coming clean as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Ugh. Not another cake scandal, Nadia. Yeah, I bet Cakegate, it'd be real. Hey, we're over halfway there on the goal, which is the pumped up. We need about 300 and I don't know. Math is hard. We need some more to get to that point to bring Miles on.
Are the buttons working?
Yeah, buttons are good.
Can we make it official?
We can make it official here.
We'll make it official.
All right, Caden, first time using the Stream Deck buttons here. Sending
That's right, I pressed a button.
all the way to AskCon 2.
Number 2.
Which has blue icing as well.
But it's not a boy.
It ain't a boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause and lightning bolts for Caden Thunder here. Very nice work, sir. Very nice. And again, we have a podcast coming out soon that Caden and I did together, and it is really freaking funny. Shane, while editing it, had to stop so many times because he was just laughing his ass off, and we've heard several times like this is going to be the best podcast ever because it's just hilarious. So, yeah, there are some things that are getting cut out of it that are just secrets that we'll take to our grave. Tony Spark is getting ready to leave here. Hey, everybody, Tony Spark is getting ready to leave to go hang out with his dad who's in town. We're not mad at him. You have a very good reason for this. But we got to bring him on and let him say goodbye today. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Tony Spark.
I hope you all have enjoyed my time on the Dusty Thunder channel. They've informed me that they no longer need me here, so
He's lying.
I'm gonna take my pen and I'm gonna leave, and I'm never coming back. JK. No, I think that those are property of Stormcloud Marketing, and I'm not allowed to take them with me. The security is here to escort me out of the building, and I'm trying to go peacefully, but we'll see how it goes. Now, I gotta bounce. You guys are great. Be good the rest of the live. I'll be watching.
Be good.
Be watching. The rest of the live is all in Caden and Candy's hands to make sure it runs smooth and effortless.
They said we will miss you. I thought that.
Yeah. That's it. That's it for me. That's it for me. I'm not really leaving. I'm leaving now, but I'm not like leaving. Oh.
No.
Yeah, not allowed.
No, not allowed. Have fun with your dad today, mate. Here's the thing. I don't think Tony will ever leave us because even if he ends up hating working at the agency and hating us, we're the best shot he's got about to get famous right now. And he wants to be famous, like more than anything. He wants to be like the kind of famous where fans are mobbing you in the supermarket. That's the level he wants to get to. And we're like, well, that would make us very uncomfortable. But he actually wants that. So we're like, yeah, go for it, man. We need a Papa Sparks cameo, Wendy says. Hey, they're asking for your dad to come on now. Say hi to Papa Spark. Oh, man, that's awesome. Candyland. We've got another Candy there. Hello to the fellow namesake. She says hi back. He wants Taylor Swift fame. Yes, Sophia, exactly. He wants Taylor Swift fame. Tori, a resub and becoming a member of Storm is sticking with the Storm. Thank you so much. Glad to have you there. We're at 510 to 750 on those pumped ups right now. We do have some other going through here. Angela, Michelle, Carol, Sammy Baby, Carol again, Michelle, Freckles, 1973, Michelle, TLS, Bethany, Tom, Anastasia, Sierra. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate there. Kenny. Yeah. He's got Kenny on speed dial, you know. Yes, Kristen, I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so yeah, that was a NASCON 2 for OP for keeping quiet and could become a 1. It's dangerous. It's dangersome. Wouldn't recommend it. 0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. And I will from New Hampshire. Hello, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Wendy wants Dolly Parton fame. There you go. If you were here Monday, I apologize for rehearing what I'm about to tell you, but there was something really funny that happened the other night, and we've talked about it since. And Candy Thunder thought it was really funny and thought I should tell you guys in case you weren't here Monday. And she made this really, really good pasta dish the other night. And I was kind of staring off into space, and she's like, "What's going on in your head over there?" And I was like, I just randomly was thinking about this thing. And it's like a play on words. I'm a marketing guy, so I can't help but go there with my mind. And I'm like, if you eat pasta and it gives you gas, does that make you a prostitute? Give you prostitutes? So we have to make a shirt now. We have to make a shirt, and this is semi-related. But last night I'm a planner. Like I have to go over the plan all the time. Yeah, I'm going there. I have to go over the plan all the time. So we're laying in bed last night, getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm like, okay, plan for tomorrow morning is I'm going to take Ava to school, or one of us is going to take Ava to school, and then come back, and then am I taking Navy to school, or are you taking Navy to school? And Candy Thunder's like, dude, we've talked about this 37 times, and I'm like, yeah, but it's tomorrow morning. I have to know exactly what I'm doing when I wake up. I'm just reconfirming the plan here. And then she was a little snippy with me about we've talked about this. We've talked about it. And I'm like, I need to review the plan. I need to review the plan to feel okay. And I think for her, she doesn't want to have to repeat herself 100 times. And I get it, but I needed the added security of knowing exactly what I was going to be doing before I went to sleep. And then I'm like, I just need to know the plan. And then I roll over and I'm trying to get comfortable and I'm being quiet. And 5 minutes later, Candy Thunder's like, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, I'm just randomly thinking about this product that's like a combination of sunglasses and speakers. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, have you ever seen that post that's like what women think men are thinking about and then what men are actually thinking about? And she was like, I thought you were upset about the conversation we just had and you were like questioning our marriage and like if you were really upset and stuff and you're actually thinking about these like stupid sunglass invention thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's 100% accurate. It's 100. I wasn't bothered by it at all. I was just like, but she had like dove into her head so hard and thought that I was really upset and questioning everything. Nope. Just thinking about random shit. That's all. I need the scheduler app so I can set up with the notifications. You set your own, but it helps. So you can then visually see it and review it. Girl in Big Sky Country. So we actually created one. We have a service that we're just testing right now, and we're going through Twilio verification to make sure that we don't get blocked by anything, because here coming up, every single text message notification service has to have like I forget what it's called, but there's this verification process that you have to go through. Otherwise, a lot of the carriers, I think it's starting August something, so it should be happening here really soon, is like they just won't deliver the messages. So we're going through that. It takes like up to 30 days. Once that kicks through, we'll roll it out and you guys can sign up on our website and get direct text, words are hard, direct text message notifications from us when we're about to go live. Yes. So there's that. A favorite Alani flavor? I don't know. Huh? I have. Those are carbonated though, right? I can't remember. Yes, they are. Yeah. I think I've tried them and I wasn't, they taste good, but I can't do a lot of, I know they're lightly carbonated, but I can't do a lot of carbonation. Like my drinks are typically uncarbonated ones. I have a tea, like a Monster tea. That's the tea that I drink, and then water, and then Jot coffee. But at the ripe old age of 41, which is what I think I am, I finally got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I think carbonation kind of bugs me. I think I'm just not going to drink it anymore. I'm that level of old. That's what I feel like. Okay, let's dive into the next story here. As a quick reminder, you guys are at 117% of like goal today. Keep rocking and rolling. You're doing awesome. At 596 of 750 on the 600, we're at 80% of the gift goal right now to bring Miles out. And we're at 506 of 550 with the members of the Storm. So we are rocking and rolling. Top 50? Hey, we're ranked top 50 right now, too. We're still going in the right direction. It's 4:44. We still got 16 minutes to go. Would you look at that? Okay. Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for What I Told My Mother-in-Law When She Asked to Be in the Delivery Room? My husband, male 33, and I, female 30, are expecting a baby boy. We're barely catching up with preparation and getting everything ready. His mom, kind of a busybody type, but can be helpful at times, invited us for dinner and said she has an important request to make. She brought up her request at the dinner table and blatantly said that she wanted to be in the delivery room with me when I gave birth. I was taken aback by her request. I really thought it had something to do with the nursery or diaper brand. I said I was sorry, but only my mom and my husband will be there. She made a face, got quiet for a minute, and then brought it up again. She just kept pushing, saying she is as much of a grandmother as my mom and that she just wanted to be there for support and to get the opportunity to see her grandbaby's first moments. My husband sided with her. Oh, hubby, what have you done? I just stared at her and said, it's all right. You can have the opportunity to be in the delivery room when it's your son who's giving birth. Oh, snap. Like literal snap. Everyone stopped eating. My mother-in-law left the table instantly. My husband got me up, although I wasn't finished with dinner, and he said we should leave. In the car, he lost it on me, asking what brain cell made me think it was a good idea to tell his mom that. I told him his mom kept pushing after I had already given her an answer. Still, he said this was the most effed up thing he'd heard me say. I replied that I was just frustrated and didn't mean to hurt her feelings and cause issues. He argued that if I don't want issues, then I should stop making shit difficult and just say yes to his mom's request. Bro, so what are you doing here, man? What are you doing here? Going ahead and giving him the Brozo reward there. He then ranted about how it's his son too, and then said if his mom isn't allowed in there, then he won't be there too. Oh, that'll solve everything. Good job. Now, I don't know if he really meant this or just said it in the heat of the moment, but it had me fuming. He's been ignoring me when I try to talk to him and act like I'm not in the room. I think I might have gone too far and created tension by responding inappropriately. Am I the astronaut? Edit, there has been some tension between me, my husband, and his family lately. This probably blew up because of built-up resentment. Built-up resentment about what? Wait a second. Yes, man-child, accurate. Brozo, accurate. What the hell are you doing? Okay, so Candy Thunder, jump in and correct me if I'm headed in the wrong direction here at all. But my belief about who gets to be in the room or who should be in the room is whoever the person that is delivering the baby needs there for support. Right? Yeah. Right. I mean, I understand her wanting to be there to be, to see the first few moments, but it feels like she is really prioritizing like the competition between her and OP's mom. She doesn't like the fact that OP's mom's going to see the baby before she does or hold the baby before she does. I feel like it's less about being there for support and more about not being there last, which sucks. Azaria Rose Nichols just subscribed to become a member of the Storm. Thank you so much for joining the club here. We appreciate having you in the family, and all of you new members today, we will send a link to be able to access the VIP group on Facebook, which is a really cool group to be a part of. So be on the lookout for that afterwards. We did achieve our goal with the Pumped Up here. We'll finish this feedback real quick, and then we'll get into that. This was a stupid brozo thing for hubby to do. And he is being manipulated by his mom. He's pulling the mama's boy shit here. He is not siding with his wife. He's choosing his mom, which is a very stupid thing to do. He's going to land himself in divorce court here soon. And his baby's not even here yet. Like, bro, choose your wife. And understand that the people in the room are there to support the person who's pushing another human out of their body. Not those who are just part of the making of process. No. And yes, it's her grandchild too, but she's not going to be able to do anything for the grandchild. She's not going to be there to support. The grandchild isn't going to know if she's there or not. So that this argument is invalid. It's whoever the person who is pushing the other human out of their body, whoever they need there for support is who gets to be there. You don't get to just push your way in because you don't want to be last. Hey, no pun intended.
Someone said that if he were to lay up with his legs spread and let her mom check him out, then she could be
Okay, yeah, there you go. So Candy Thunders, that was a comment in here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, one of the comments in here was, if he wants to get in the stirrups and spread his legs and let OP's mom come inspect him, then that's a fair deal. But also he'd have to be pushing something ginormous out of his body during the process. And then it comes with luggage that nobody warned you about the first time. It comes with luggage. That placenta is like an alien egg that comes out afterwards. It's like, I didn't know this kid brought luggage. I didn't know it had a suitcase with it. Was not informed. Yeah, that was a brozo move. The question here from OP was, am I the astronaut for what I told my mother-in-law when she asked to be in the delivery room? I'm NTA here. She kept pushing. Pun intended again. She pushed and she pushed and she pushed. And she got a reaction. Luggage, yeah. It's luggage. You know how they have like the old kind of symbolic hobo thing was like the stick with like the handkerchief thing like tied up on the end. It's like it's a purple one. That's what the baby brings with him. You missed what she said to her mother-in-law, Miss Berry. She said, whenever mother-in-law kept pushing to be in the room during delivery, OP finally said, it's all right. You can have the opportunity to be in the delivery room when it's your son who's giving birth. That's what caused all this. NTA. Let's start our confetti party here and give some thanks real quick. Laura Lee Moore, thank you so much. Miles Griff, TLS Journey, Candy Thunder, Michelle Heather, Pam K, Josh Anagami, Hunter Girl, Anastasia Smith, Golden Al Supplyco, Audra. We've got Mama Jams, Elise Newman, Tony Spark, Heather Reagan, Postal Princess, Leo Named Water, Silver Moon Angel, Dylan Sprague, Henrietta Ilsine, Kimbo, Nicaraguan Alma, Alina Cameron, Julie Jules, Tasty Snack Cornut, Sammy Baby, Jill's Realm, Emily B, IVF Mama, Ryan Klaus, Blue Eyed Retiree, Kitty Letty, Maven Loves, Piotr, Becky Morby, Snowman Collector, C Sizzle, Nakano Kirishima, Elise Insanter, Crystal Museum Girl, Susan Brown, Chelsea Stevens, and G Ivy 66. Thank you guys so much. I feel like your sinusy stuff is starting to get to me. It's like very, very thick in the sinus area. I'm gonna have to get rid of that crap. Candy Thunder has been struggling with like chest congestion and congestion period for like 3 weeks now. It's been insane. Finally went to the doctor today and is on the path to recovery. Okay, let's get the next one set up here real quick. We've got another one. We're throwing back here. We're gonna run it back. This one will unlock cake and confetti, and it's going to be 400 of the donuts. Let me get rid of that QOD here at this point in the show. Oh, I got rid of the wrong thing. It's not what I wanted. It's up here. Boop, boop. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miles. Oh my God, it's Miles.
Hi, everybody. I do want to explain really quick why some people might be looking at the gift goal and like, why is this guy the second top gifter on his own goal? I was supposed to leave 25 minutes ago. I didn't know I was going on stream. So
Oh! well,
because
shoot.
it was already made. It's fine.
He wanted to get on there.
I can talk to people.
Okay, biggest diva moment.
Biggest diva moment? What?
Did I hit something? Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Candy Thunder's having
Okay, did we disappear for
difficulties.
anybody else? Okay, biggest thing that you're a diva about.
Someone actually said it earlier in chat, and I think this is the same for me. It's the amount of ice in my drink. Because I hate watered down drinks.
Candy Thunder agrees with you there.
Typically I go without ice at all if I can. If I have like a cool little can holder like that. But typically I just get like light ice on stuff at restaurants.
Is that the biggest thing?
Probably.
What's another thing?
Silence.
DC versus Marvel.
Okay, let me explain this too. DC versus Marvel is a much bigger question than just which is better, because it depends on like what you're talking about. Are you talking about movies, TV shows, comics? Are you talking about the overall general?
So this is one of the things he's a diva about. I understand that it's more complicated and that, but it's more about like the deep love and passion about it. And there are some other things. What about disc golf? Are you a diva about disc golf?
I wouldn't say I'm a diva about it, but I love the game. Playing it for a while, and
You're not.
I mean, I
like
play pro, so.
pickleball level of infatuation.
Well, those people are crazy. So,
hey, careful! We got some pickleball people
no,
here. That
no
are
offense if you play the game,
come after you.
but like some of your guys' dedication is like off the charts. Like it's the only thing you do, and I think it's kind of cool sometimes. If you're just trying to get really good at the game,
I haven't done it.
I played one time in a friend's backyard, and that was it.
I haven't played it yet. We are about to get some really cool pickleball facilities around here, so that's coming. Josh Smoots says he's a tailgating diva. I can see that. Everything's got to be perfect, right? Everything. Golden Now says my wife's a pickleball wannabe. Hopefully she's not watching this live. Oh, and I chose that comment to read, so sorry.
Caden, I'm going with the DC Comics for the win too, just because I have more attachment to their characters.
Slow walking people, Chloe says. Yeah. That's something you're a diva about? Hell. All right, Miles, we'll let you get out of here, man. Thank you so much for being on today. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for being the second highest gifter for your own goal, so you can get on there too, man. Sorry. Next time, just let us know. We will rearrange things for you. We didn't know. We were unaware. Parking diva. Stay within the lines. There you go. Shadowcasted. That's one of the things that we tackled in the DFHB video. And a couple of people are asking. Miles was the original intern that we brought in to start working on editing Dusty Thunder videos. After graduating, he's officially a more integrated part of the team now. He and Caden both edit videos.
I fix his mistakes.
He fixes my mistakes. He gets to stare at my face all day and listen to me screw up a lot. But probably has a stash of bloopers that will be locked away in a vault somewhere. Sarah Snyder, welcome to month 3 with the storm. Glad to have you with us there. Sammy, Baby, Hunter Girl, Riley, thank you guys so much. Christian Museum Girl, Angie, Books, Coffee Tea, Lisa Sparks, Chelsea Stevens, Cassandra, Pam K, Azaria, Rose Nichols, TLS, Dana Wise. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. We will dive into our next story now. Let me make sure I know where I'm at. Oh, wait. Okay, you did read the cake story, right, Caden? Yes. Okay. Just making sure. I got confused. We do need some confetti for the Miles appearance now. Actually, Miles, did you leave yet? Miles, come stand over here. We'll shoot confetti at you, and you can we'll slow-mo this shot. We need to slow-mo it. Get your.
Am I supposed to not flinch?
Unexpected. Don't point it at the camera.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
So my favorite part of those is the little bit of smoke that comes off the end.
Pretty intense. That was pretty intense. That's a lot. Nice work. We'll slow-mo it. That's gonna be a cool video. Kind of like we did for when we hit 600K followers. That announcement post, that was cool too. Slow-mo confetti is the coolest. But I've made a much bigger mess. Oh no, you know who's not here to do shop vac duty today? It's like I'll be shop vacing today. Mr. Spark. Mr. Spark really did abandon us. Yeah. Normally Tony enjoys running the shop vac. Yeah, there's a random banana that's been on my desk today. You left it for me as a president? Who are you, Lizzo? Oh, that was too far. Okay, yeah, I went there. We'll move on quickly to Tony Spark giving the smirk there. Yeah. We'll There'll be a lot of shot backing going on here. See you, Miles. Thank you, man. Too soon. Yep, sorry. Sorry, so I'll dive into the story so we can move past that quickly. All right, our next story here is, am I the astronaut for not switching seats on a 9? There's I'll start it over here in a second. We got Hacky Onassis over here. Get her the big sunglasses. Good. This one is, am I the astronaut for not switching seats on a 9-hour flight? I, 26 female, had a flight from Rome, Italy to New Jersey yesterday. It was 9 hours long and I have work today, so I had picked a window seat so I could easily sleep the whole time to prep for work. After I sat down, buckled in, and got ready to sleep, a man about 45 tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You wouldn't want to switch seats with my girlfriend, would you?" The seat was in the middle of the middle aisle, and I knew it would be impossible to sleep there. I politely said no, I liked the seat I had chosen. If it had been a child, I probably would have switched, but these two were middle-aged people. They definitely could have bought seats next to each other if they really wanted to, but instead got random ones and hoped people would switch. Anywho, I stay in my seat. The girlfriend, also 45-ish, proceeds to stand up hourly and glare at me from her seat several rows away. When she sees I'm not giving it any attention, she proceeds to come over to his seat hourly and sit on his lap and talk very, very loudly, waking me up 5 separate times. It should be noted that the lights are out in the cabin at this point and everyone is trying to sleep. Flight attendants keep telling her to move. She persists. After the flight, we are deboarding and she winds up behind me. She's loudly talking shit about me for not switching seats, saying I ruined her flight. I must stress again that she's 45. Her seat was in a much cheaper area than mine. They could have bought seats next to each other, but might not have wanted to spend the money. The man revealed to me while we were flying that they didn't sit next to each other on their first flight. The man revealed to me while we were flying that they didn't sit next to each other on their first flight either. So this lack of planning seems to be their usual move.
Turn this AC down off.
Am I the astronaut for not switching seats? I wanted to sit in the one I paid for that was in the area I chose, and I don't understand why a middle-aged woman is throwing a hissy fit over her own choice of seats. If it were a child and parents separated, I probably would have done it due to the flight being 9 hours. But I don't think their lack of planning and choice of cheaper seats should have been made to be my problem. I don't get why I was in the wrong for wanting to sit in my seat. Am I the astronaut? Hell no. Hell no. NTA here, OP. No, I'm the funniest part about all this, the most hypocritical part about all this, is that she's talking shit as you're deboarding, saying that you ruined my flight. Well, guess what, bitch? You ruined the flight for everyone in that area because the lights were out, everybody was trying to rest, and you came over and talked loudly enough to where the whole effing plane could probably hear you. You ruined it for a lot more people than it was ruined for you. Also, at a stasis and a vacuum here, no changes in anything. That's where you ended up, right? It was the choices that you made, not you being OP, you being loud gal, the choices that you made about where you were going to sit are to blame here. You have yourself to blame here. No one else to blame here but you, or maybe your boyfriend, for not getting seats together. You cannot put that on other people. They don't owe you anything. You're not entitled to their seat. You're not entitled to a more expensive seat. You're not entitled to that person giving you money or giving you a bigger value than what you paid for and them taking lesser value, which is the same thing as them giving you money. You're unentitled to shit. And you sure as shit aren't entitled to berate them because they wouldn't do that for you. Hell no. That sounds like an entire 45 is shocking. It's shocking that a 45-year-old do this. I mean, if the ages weren't mentioned and you just heard this scenario and had to guess the age, it would be like 20s, maybe. I'm shocked that someone who's 45 still thinks they can get away with acting like this. Girlfriend wanted the upgrade without having to pay for it. That's spoiled, entitled little shit. But a 45-year-old spoiled, entitled little shit. Sucks to be her. Ugh. No. Oh, and hell no.
We're at 180 of 400 right now. I am going to go ahead and read some names here because it is 5 o'clock. We are going to start shutting down the public stream. We are doing a VIP live today. It's going to be without Tony Spark, unfortunately. But we are going to do the VIP live. So give us 10-ish minutes to reset that, and we'll be back for VIP. And I'll give some thanks here real quick. Nerdy AON Shaz, Monica Snake, Izzy Bear, Kellyanne, Twisted Crazy Old Lady Margie. We've got Kellyanne again. P Dog Davis, TLS Fane, Hunter Girl, Stephanie Woodard, Echo Riley, Riley Girl 24, Michelle Heather, Hunter Girl, Sammy Baby, Sarah Snyder with us for month 3 with the storm, Kristen Museum Girl, Angie, Hunter Girl, Books, Coffee, Tea, Lisa Sparks. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. I know I'm missing a lot of people there, but boss, we've got to get moving here. Shannon, Azaria, Rose Nichols, you as well. Hunter Girl, TGS. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. You're gonna go, but you can listen on the go. There you go. So we are going to flip over. We're going to try something a little bit different. I actually have the back studio set up for us to be able to do the VIP lives from. So we're going to try that out with you today, if you remember the storm, and we need to get the Wheel of Thunder set up as well. So we'll be doing that here shortly. Look for us in about 10-ish minutes, okay? Let's get the confetti rocking here right now. And do we read listener write-ins during VIP lives, Tegan? So we only read stories there every once in a blue moon, and I think we've done it once so far. Typically, it's just a casual conversation. So we are reading a story today. Okay. So we are reading a story today. It will not be edited as a post later on, so it's only going to live in this VIP live. And that's the place that you'll see it. So give us about 10 minutes and we'll get set up for that. Thank you again so much for all the support today. You guys are amazing. You ended up at 129% of the likes goal today, which is crazy cool. 508 to 550 on the members of the storm there. So we keep growing and then sliding back a little bit and growing. We're right around there. Mad Max for YouTube subs. So YouTube uses the word subs like TikTok uses followers. The live we'll put up for members to be able to see. Actually, Wednesday everybody gets to see the live. We do upload it to YouTube later on, but this one is just on TikTok, so it's just TikTok members. We are going to do another one for the YouTube members and members only live here soon, but today is TikTok only. Ranked 40. Hey, nice. Thank you guys for giving us the heads up on that. We'll see you here real soon.